All right.
Emotional freedom technique. What they found is that many of the traumas that we experience that get locked in our body cause us to create illness in our body.
The
So you've
issues
gotta-
are in the tissues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by releasing those, and that's what I do, I'm an advanced EFT practitioner, you can start to heal your body by doing
Yeah,
that.
what is that acronym for?
Emotional freedom technique.
Where do you do that at?
Tapping.
Oh, tapping.
It's
the
all
tapping.
tapping,
Mhm.
and it really does work.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can think of it. I love EFT because it's so good at creating breakthroughs that you don't remember that you used it for your breakthrough.
If you went someplace, they probably think you were off your rocker. And
Even though I talk too fast and I wear pink shoes, I love it and appreciate myself. But there's other tools. You know, there's something psychic that happens in acupuncture. There's something that's happening in yoga. Okay. So I'll tell my meditation story. When I was I come from a family with coronary artery disease, and around the 70s, Herb Benson at Harvard did a bunch of research on stress, and he determined that type A people have a lot of stress and are at risk for coronary disease and heart attacks. And I thought, my God, I'm going to die. I'm type A. I got to change that. So I went to an ashram in India, and I couldn't cross my legs. They're too short and stocky and muscular, I guess. But I'm kind of sitting and working hard to meditate. So I was type A about trying to be type B, which also didn't work. So turns out I got coronary disease anyway, and I had an angioplasty about 12 years ago, and I'm fine. And now I think my testosterone levels have dropped enough that I'm type B about the fact that I'm type A. And so I think meditation works for people who are willing to sit still. I'm too into motion or emotion or something. But I do other things physical in my body to transform my soul angst. You know, I'm active. Have dog mushing. I mean, that's the most amazing thing. With a dozen dogs out in front of me, and they're just flying along silently down the trail, and the moon is out, and we're going through all this dog breath, and it's a beautiful thing. And then the various dogs. Well, here's what would happen. I'd be brooding about something, thinking about how tired I am or how hungry I am, and I'm pedaling the thing, and the sled's going slow. And then I kind of become aware that I've been brooding, and I start singing to my dogs. Want to hear my song?
Sure.
Oh, the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, sun and snow and dogs with speed. The Lord is good to me. So I sing that song, and they're wagging their tails, and we're going 2 miles an hour faster. And it's like this whole group consciousness of me and the dogs are suddenly going down the trail appropriately and with a little bit more spring in our step and a little bit more joy. And it's like it's a generated thing. That didn't come from anything. I just realized, oh, I'm brooding. We're plodding. We'll never finish unless I start singing. And then, of course, if I sing with a certain amount of intensity and bossiness around it, they go slower. If I yell at the dogs, if I yell at one dog, all 12 cower.
Yeah.
It took me about 7 years to figure that out. So it's our consciousness that helps us be with all this stuff that we've got.
You know, sometimes, though, you have to become unconscious. That's called sleeping. And all those activities and things, drugs, whatever, you can't do them when it's 11 at night and you're trying to lie down to sleep.
Yeah.
Or you're waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You know, I just have not resolved how do you lie down in the dark, still, and be in pain and still go to sleep because you've got none of these things available to you.
I know. It's like itching, isn't it? Itching's worse at night.
Yeah,
Everything's
definitely.
worse at night. There's no distractions. There's no light. There's no audio. There's nothing you can taste. kind of cool under the covers, but it's like, now what?
Yeah,
Yeah, when my insomnia gets really bad, every ailment I have
Gets
is
worse.
like
makes your muscles ache.
magnified, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked nights for 30 years as an ER doc, and but after I turned 40 anyway, after every night shift, it was 3 days of body aches. I need body work continuously. I had fibromyalgia for that, you know,
Yeah.
and basically sleep deprivation gives you fibro, or
Yeah.
fibro gives you sleep deprivation, and it's a cycle.
Yeah.
And sleep's the key.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it, and man, is that challenging. But a certain amount of unconsciousness is necessary.
Yes.
You're right. Here's why I know about that. I go to Al-Anon. And I married an alcoholic 3 years. And the person who loves the alcoholic never gets a break. The alcoholic spends a certain amount of time unconscious.
Yep.
But the person who's trying to rescue them or enable them or fix something or use all their techniques and wisdom and none of it works, that person is miserable 24/7 because it never leaves them alone. And it's like, oh, the alcoholic at least gets,
So much hours of sleep.
yeah. So I completely get it.